Hi, good morning again, everybody. Well, the Amerks, folks, the Amerks are becoming a story. So right now, they just won their fourth game in a row. And this team obviously is, with Kulik in the lineup, is a different team. So let's take a look, guys, at the clips. We'll talk about it and not drag this video out. Here we go. Special team lifts Amerks to Game 1 win. And let's look at the header. And there you can see it, guys. The Amerks win 4-3 against the Marlies in Toronto. They continue this run. This is quite the run now. It's starting to become, anyway. All right, guys, let's look at the shots on goal. Okay, Rochester has the edge in the first period, 7-4. Then both teams 7 apiece in the second. And Toronto with the edge in the third at 12-6 for a 23-20 total in the game. Scoring. Okay, Ambrusi opens it up for them at the 3:04 mark, and Toronto's up 1-0. And I tell you right there, if there was any kind of a silence in Amerks fans, it might have been there, because I know how Buffalo fans feel about anything Toronto. So we'll keep going. Okay, Olszewski ties it up 1-1 from Yost at the 9-minute mark. Short-handed. So the Amerks tied up 1-1. Then Brent Murray from Ethan Prow and Sean Malone makes it 2-1 and a 1. And then Isaac Rosen from Linus Weisbach and Lawrence Pilot makes it 3-1 Amerks on the power play going into the third. And look at this, folks. Kulik again from Yost and Murray makes it 4-1. And the Amerks appear to be running away with it at this point, but then Blandisi makes it 4-2. And Clifford pulls them within a goal at 4-3, but that's where it would end there. As once again, Subban and Nets leads the team to victory. So the Amerks are really, I was like nervous yesterday, when I was keeping track of this. Like, come on, like every time I get caught up in these games, they start, it feels like they're blowing leads and stuff. All right, guys, we will take now a look at the clip of the game. Here we go.
Come in to take on the Toronto Marlies, and in goal, Malcolm Subban.
And certainly no surprise that Malcolm Subban would get the start. He started all 5 games in the last series against Syracuse. He's faced Toronto 3 times this year, gone 1-2. He got a shootout win. And Eric Shalgren down at the other end of the ice for the Toronto Marlies, coming back as an emergency backup from the Toronto Maple Leafs, got himself into the last 2 games of the Utica series, got both the wins there. He went 1-2-1 against Rochester this season. His last start against Rochester was a 6-3 win.
And back comes Shaw, across the line, dropping it for Blandisi, and around for Abruzzese. Blandisi throws it out front, picked up, backhand, scores! Puts it on the board first, 3 minutes and 4 seconds into the first period. Time bank as it comes back. Shaw, a little fumble there, and back the other way it comes. Yob looking for a little help, puts it out front, short-handed goal, ties it up. Olszewski. And it is Johnstone who peels away the puck, trying to get along to Clifford. Pass intercepted. Here's Malone one-on-one against Hollowell. Looks back into the middle. Drops it back up. Proud of the goal. Scores! Murray looked like he may have got a stick on it out front. With 1:44 left to go, Rochester has a 2-1 lead. Here's what we have. Rochester has a player on the bench that they do not have on the roster. So technically, this player can no longer play in this game, and in fact, I'm not sure. I think it's Warren who is the player. Now, there are times in a season where you might say, no harm, no foul. In the playoffs, you're not going to do that. And Warren is going to exit the ice surface, and that is his night. He's done. Back up it comes to the blue line. Pilot over the far side. Weisbach picks it up there. Cross ice shot, scores! Isak Rosen makes it 3-1 with a power play goal. And the special teams are getting it done for the Rochester Americans tonight. A shorthanded goal and now one on the extra man unit. As Johnstone pressures. Out front, back over, Kulik scores! He makes it 4-1 with the second power play goal of the night, and the penalties are a problem for Toronto. Lays it down low.
When you see those in those blue line turnovers, sometimes we talked about in the zone entry, but that last one came from down low.
Shot scores! Joe Blandisi! Hope is alive here in Toronto. As Blandisi finds the back of the net past Malcolm Subban to make it 4-2 on the Marlies' 18th shot of the game.
Well, this one.
And Abruzzese right back up. Hollowell over the far side. Logan Shaw back to Hollowell. Little pitch and catch up top. Tip scores! Joe Blandisi! He get the stick on it that caused it? No, it's Kyle Clifford who got the final touch. Here in game one. Now one back into the corner. They'll battle for it there. 5 seconds out. Running comes! And it's off into the far side and down the ice, and that will do it. The game is in the books, and it is a win. The first win for the Rochester Americans in the playoffs against the Toronto Marlies in 10 tries.
There you have it, folks. All right, so that is that. The Amerks now are up a game to nothing, and they will just try to continue, folks, their winning ways. I mean, what else can we do except just fingers crossed that this continues. It would be just amazing if they could go up 2 games to nothing coming back home. Imagine that. I mean, and apparently they're saying you heard in that clip, what's his first time they've ever beaten Toronto in a playoff game? Is that real? I mean, I don't know. Unless I heard that wrong. I don't know. Maybe I heard that wrong. I couldn't make sense of that. Maybe they just haven't bet much. It just didn't make sense. All right, guys. Done for this one. So hope that starts your day on the right track. The Amerks are alive and well, and they are threatening to get to the Final Four. We're a few wins away. So let's go, Amerks. Let's get there. See you in the next one.